Okay guys, let me first check this microphone and make sure it's working properly. Then we're gonna dive into a very interesting video. Today we are talking about The Good Place. We all know the series The Good Place. If you don't know it, go check it out. It's a pretty good series. I think they dragged it out, but the principle of the series actually stands in a real life principle today. And I'm sure we can all kind of start piecing that together if you know the series. The series is all about doing the little things that kind of build your honor to yourself, and in that you get rewarded in your afterlife based on all the honorable moves that you did through your life. And this honor can be an internal thing or an external thing. So for example, one of the examples they gave was washing your feet in the shower. People might be like, well, why is that honorable? It's honorable to yourself because you're washing your feet and you're making sure that you're looking after yourself. That's the idea, is that every good bit of action that you could take will reward you. In the series, it will reward you in the afterlife. I have some good news. I have some great news actually. That principle, that concept stands. That does exist, but that actually exists much closer to us than what we think. This concept actually exists in the 3D, the reality that we live in. It's the whole karmic principle thing. I mean, we all knew it. We all know it. It's just that now it's tangible. It's very tangible now, so you can literally see the results very quickly. I've done things where I started changing my routines for the better. In 1 week, I had a whole bunch of good things happen to me. And of course, that's gonna be dependent on where you are on your evolutionary scale as well. How quickly or how slowly things happen. Please remember that a process is a process. Sometimes it's gonna take years. The only reason I can do this now is because I've spent literally 5 years working on myself to get to this point. It is a process, it does take some time, but the whole point that I'm getting at is the more good deeds you do, the more actions you take that are for yourself, the benefit of yourself rather than for self-detriment, then the more physical reaction you're gonna get that is of a positive reaction. You're putting out positive vibes by looking after yourself, looking after others, doing the right thing, doing the honorable thing as well. Guys, if you want to know just a little bit more about what honor really is, honor is not just doing the right thing. Honor is doing the right thing with some extra oomph. For example, if you share a household, the right thing would be to put your dishes in the dishwasher. If you wanted to make it an even more honorable act, you would put them at the back of the dishwasher because you have to do extra work. That's how you can start looking at improving your little bits of honor in your daily activities. The question I always ask myself is, what would my highest self do? And if I get stuck there, because sometimes it's a little hard to constantly be doing the right thing all the time. Sometimes you need to be a human being and mess up. When I need some motivation, I'll say, well, what would my highest self do? And if I get stuck on that question, I'll often then say, well, what would my lowest self have done? That will help me out because that'll allow me to see, more than anything, it'll allow me to see whether I should make a mistake or not, whether I should allow myself to make a mistake. The next thing that you might get caught up on is what I've been caught up on a little bit, which is that whole process. I now know I need to do the best that I can in everything I do, but that's a lot of work. That's a really lot of work. Constantly been thinking about what is the best thing I can do all the time. The antidote for that is to give yourself time where you cut those thoughts off. Give yourself the weekend if you need it. The only problem is that unfortunately in today's society, if you want to get anywhere in your career path, instead of taking a full weekend, you might want to give yourself full Saturday to work as your reward for your full 6-day work week. You give yourself a full Sunday of just you want to watch TV the whole day, do that. If you want to eat junk food the whole day, do that. Just make sure that it's in balance with the correct things you're doing. You can take this into every aspect of your life. You can eat healthier, you can do more gym, you can so on and so forth, right? But if you decide that the honorable actions you want to start with are things like making your bed in the morning, cleaning your room through the week, and then you reward yourself by binge eating junk food, that's not a balance. So the same way that if you have fear, you combat fear by having bravery, you can't combat binge eating by cleaning your room. In the physical sense, you got to combat binge eating by eating healthy and working out and living a lifestyle that would allow you to do this without actually having it impact. Everything in the physical world is never about what is given to us. It is actually always about what we give to ourselves. And the way we give to ourselves is by doing the right actions and making the right decisions at the right time. If you want to know about decision making and stuff like that, we can talk about that in another video. Decision making is something that's also a lot more intense of a practical skill in life than people actually want to admit. It is a skill that you can develop and learn, so we can talk about that, but I wanted to leave this here with you guys now. All you need to know is that the good place, the theory of the good place exists. It exists now in the real world, three-dimensional world that we are living in right now. It exists as the karmic principle, but it is much more sped up than it was in the past. In the past, you could learn one lifetime in one life. Now you can learn 100 lifetimes in one lifetime. That's how fast the evolutionary process is going. So it makes sense that all these concepts of karma and stuff are also speeding up exponentially, because if we're evolving, we need the universal resources to evolve with us so that we can all grow and help the planet evolve together. That's the whole idea and intention of this whole process going on right now. If you want to know more about spirituality, guys, you will hook me. I will talk and talk and talk about spirituality and concepts and energy and what's going on around the world. I'm not always going to get it 100% accurate in terms of like facts and statements, but I will always get it 100% accurate in terms of my intuitive thought. I have yet to fail. When I use my intuitive thought, I have yet to fail in delivering what I need to deliver. Beyond that, I also have a lot of my own knowledge that I've actually gathered over the years and through my own experiences that we are going to be diving into. So that's just a little promo at the end of this video. If you stick around, you're gonna see the whole process. This channel is all about me evolving and showcasing the evolution to you guys. You guys also know what you should be doing in what capacity. What is good that you're doing, what is not so good that you're doing, and how we can help each other to improve that. Go ahead and subscribe. Also, I've got a heck ton of other channels with a bunch of other content as well. Definitely, I would suggest you go and check those out as well. And I will see you in the next video. Bye! Thanks for watching the video. If you liked it, go ahead and subscribe. My name is Josh, and I am in fact a YouTube psychic. I learn lessons as I live life, and I share about my experiences. I also film myself and all my hobbies. If you're interested in seeing some of those, go ahead and check out my other YouTube channels. At the top right, you will notice that there is a Starbound playlist. This is a video game from my gaming channel. In the top left, you've got the vlogs playlist. This is an obvious one. We've got vlogs. The bottom left is a choice from the algorithm. And at the bottom right, you're gonna find the stories playlist to hear about all my wacky and crazy psychic and spiritual experiences.